Hi, this is Pam Price with Jumpstart Code. We're going to learn a couple more things about creating links. Again, the tag that you use for link is the A tag. You specify the URL with an href. If you want to open it in a new tab, we can use this target attribute. Now, in the previous video, we created a link to, I need to refresh this page, to W3 schools, right? And so it looked like this. Now I want to show you a couple of other things. You see I have multiple HTML files in this folder. So if I want to link to another page that I have created, I can do this. This is what you do when you have a website and you have a number of HTML pages and you want to link between them. So let's do a link to one of my other pages. So I'm going to say a href equals, I'm going to link to my page about unordered lists. So it's just list.html, and that is because this file is in the same folder as the file that I'm working on. If it was in a different folder, then I would have to put a path here, a full path. But if it's in your current folder, then that's all that you need. And then you need some text. If you have, let me show you what happens if you have the link and you don't have any text. You can't see it, right? There's nothing to click. So you have to have something to click. We'll put this, or we'll put HTML lists. So let's save this. Go back over here. So you see, we now have a link. If I click on it, it takes me to this page that is in my directory. And if I go back to this page. Again, if I wanted to open it in another tab, then I could add this target attribute onto it. All right. The other thing that I want to talk about is that you don't have to have words. You could have an image that you click on for a link. So I've downloaded a Google logo. You know, if you find pictures that you want, you just go search for them. As I search for this, right click on the picture, you can save it. Again, save it in the directory that you are working on. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show the picture. Remember, we previously talked about an image tag. And when you do an image, you specify the image using src. This is one of the things that's really important. There are times when you use, so this is my image, googlegummy.png, right? So it's really important. There's times when we use href to specify a file name. There's times when you use src to specify a file name. You cannot mix and match between them. You have to be clear about what you want to do. So first of all, this image is not going to be scaled right. You can see it's way down here. It's really, really big. So in our previous video about images, we learned how to specify a height. So I'll just make it 100 pixels, and I'll specify a width of 100 pixels. So let's see if that's better. All right, so, you know, a little bit of an issue with that, and also a little bit of an issue with why is it coming ahead of my other link, and that's kind of a layout thing that we'll have to be talking about in a future video. But for right now, I think I'll just move this one. Let's see if I put it there. All right. So now if I want to click here and have that go to Google, then I need to turn this image into a link, which means the same way we nested this A tag inside of a paragraph, I am going to have to actually nest the image inside of the A tag. So, you know, instead of having words that I click, I'm going to have this image that I click. So that means the A tag has to go before it. So I need to specify an A tag. href equals https www.google.com. Right? When you do this, it doesn't know that I'm not ready to close this. So you have to be aware, I don't want that A tag to close there. I want it to close here, right? So I have this image, which is serving the purpose of the thing that I will click. And so that's why it is inside of the opening and the closing tags. So let's go over here, refresh this page, click, and you'll see that that now took me to Google. If I go back, I go here. So we have 3 different types of links here. I have one that's going in a new tab to a specific URL. I have one that is an image, and I didn't specify a new tab, but we could. And I have one that is going to another page that is in my folder. So each one of these things has its own syntax that you have to think about and be clear about how you want to do that. When you want to go to another URL, make sure you specify the complete URL there. This is what you click on. If you're going to a page inside of your folder, all you need is that. And if you want to click an image instead of clicking words, then you have to replace this, what usually the thing that's going to be clicked, with an image. So we are learning how to nest together all different components that we've learned about in order to get the result that we're looking for.